Global IP Trust. Presence. The story of Apple. The next acquisition was finalized on February 9, 1997, bringing Jobs back to Apple as an advisor. On July 9, 1997, Amelio was ousted by the board of directors after overseeing a 3-year record low stock price and crippling financial losses. Jobs acted as the interim CEO and began restructuring the company's product line. It was during this period that he identified the design talent of Jonathan Ive, and the pair worked collaboratively to rebuild Apple's status. At the August 1997 Macworld Expo in Boston, Jobs announced that Apple would join Microsoft to release new versions of Microsoft Office for the Macintosh, and that Microsoft had made a $150 million investment in non-voting Apple stock. On November 10, 1997, Apple introduced the Apple Store website. On August 15, 1998, Apple introduced a new all-in-one computer reminiscent of the Macintosh 128K, the iMac. The iMac design team was led by Ive, who would later design the iPod and the iPhone. The iMac featured modern technology and a unique design, and sold almost 800,000 units in its first 5 months. Around 1998, Apple completed numerous acquisitions to create a portfolio of digital production software for both professionals and consumers. The Final Cut Pro, the iMovie, and the Ive were significant products that they acquired and developed. In July 2001, Apple acquired Spruce Technologies, a PC DVD authoring platform, to incorporate their technology into Apple's expanding portfolio of digital video projects. SoundJam MP, released by Cassidy and Green in 1998, was renamed iTunes when Apple purchased it in 2000. Mac OS X, based on Next Step, OpenStep, and BSD Unix, was released on March 24, 2001, after several years of development. Aimed at consumers and professionals alike, Mac OS X aimed to combine the stability, reliability, and security of Unix with the ease of use afforded by an overhauled user interface. On May 19, 2001, Apple opened its first official eponymous retail stores in Virginia and California. On October 23 of the same year, Apple debuted the iPod portable digital audio player, which was phenomenally successful with over 100 million units sold within 6 years. At the Worldwide Developers Conference keynote address, on June 6, 2005, Jobs announced that Apple would begin producing Intel-based Mac computers in 2006. On January 10, 2006, the new MacBook Pro and iMac became the first Apple computers to use Intel's Core Duo CPU. By August 7, 2006, Apple made the transition to Intel chips for the entire Mac product line, over 1 year sooner than announced. Apple's success during this period was evident in its stock price. Between early 2003 and 2006, the price of Apple stock increased more than tenfold, from around $6 per share to over $80. During his keynote speech at the Macworld Expo on January 9, 2007, Jobs announced that Apple Computer Incorporated would thereafter be known as Apple Incorporated, because the company had shifted its emphasis from computers to consumer electronics. This was the event where they unveiled a revolutionary product that changed the entire face of technology, the iPhone. The iPhone was marketed as the first ever real smartphone in history. It was marketed as an entire computer that could fit in your palms. Steve Jobs used the iconic lines, referring to the iPhone as being an iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator, all at the same time. The company sold 270,000 iPhone units during the first 30 hours of sales, and the device was called a game changer for the industry. In July 2008, Apple launched the App Store to sell third-party applications for the iPhone and iPod Touch. Within a month, the store sold 60 million applications and registered an average daily revenue of $1 million, with Jobs speculating in August 2008 that the App Store could become a billion-dollar business for Apple. By October 2008, Apple was the third largest mobile handset supplier in the world, due to the popularity of the iPhone. After years of speculation and multiple rumored leaks, Apple unveiled a large-screen tablet-like media device, known as the iPad, on January 27, 2010. The iPad ran the same touch-based operating system as the iPhone, and all iPhone apps were compatible with the iPad. This gave the iPad a large app catalog on launch, though having very little development time before the release. It sold more than 300,000 units on its first day, and 500,000 by the end of the first week. In May of the same year, Apple's market cap exceeded that of competitor Microsoft, for the first time since 1989. In June 2010, Apple released the iPhone 4, which introduced video calling, multitasking, and a new uninsulated stainless steel design that acted as the phone's antenna. It also introduced the smaller and cheaper, second-generation Apple TV, which allowed renting of movies and shows. In October 2010, Apple shares hit an all-time high, eclipsing $300 in shares. On January 17, 2011, Jobs announced in an internal Apple memo that he would take another medical leave of absence for an indefinite period, to allow him to focus on his health. Chief Operating Officer Tim Cook assumed Jobs' day-to-day operations at Apple, although Jobs would still remain involved in major strategic decisions. Apple became the most valuable consumer-facing brand in the world. In June 2011, Jobs surprisingly took the stage and unveiled iCloud, an online storage and syncing service for music, photos, files, and software which replaced MobileMe, Apple's previous attempt at content syncing. This would be the last product launch Jobs would attend, before his death. On August 24, 2011, Jobs resigned his position as CEO of Apple. He was replaced by Cook, and Jobs became Apple's chairman. On October 5, 2011, Steve Jobs died, marking the end of an era for Apple.